Another big benefit of keeping your plans private is that it allows you to focus on the journey rather than the goal. Without the constant need for external affirmation, you can totally immerse yourself in the process of doing your job. This results in increased creativity, inventiveness, and personal happiness. The journey is where actual growth takes place. It is throughout the voyage that you learn, grow, and discover your genuine passion. Focusing on the path makes you more resilient, flexible, and ultimately successful. Keeping your plans private also helps you manage expectations. Expectations can be a two-edged sword. When people know what you're working on, they start to generate expectations about your progress and outcomes, which can lead to pressure and stress. These demands may impair your performance. You can avoid external expectations by keeping your ambitions private. You can go at your own pace and in your own way without feeling the need to always fulfill the expectations of others. This creates a more authentic and effective road to success. Protecting your vision is critical, especially in the early phases. Every big achievement begins with a vision. However, this vision may be unstable at first. Sharing it too soon may expose it to criticism, skepticism, and hostility, eroding your confidence and derailing your efforts before they ever begin. By keeping your vision private, you defend it. You enable it to develop and evolve without outside intervention, which is critical for preserving the integrity of your vision and ensuring that it develops as planned. Patience is also important. When you don't tell others what you do, you cultivate patience. Success does not occur overnight. It is the outcome of sustained, committed effort throughout time. Patience allows you to lay a solid foundation, hone your talents, learn from mistakes, and gain lasting knowledge. This leads to long-term success and contentment. Another thing to think about is delving further into your purpose. Each person has a distinct purpose, a goal that propels them beyond the superficial measurements of success. This aim is extremely personal and cannot be properly expressed in words. It's an inner reservoir of strength and inspiration that drives you to go above and beyond your expectations. When you don't share your purpose, you enable it to become a deeply ingrained part of your identity. This deeper feeling of purpose drives your actions, directing your decisions with clarity and focus that external validation cannot match. Finally, self-discipline is essential to success. Self-discipline keeps you on track, allowing you to remain dedicated to your goals even when confronted with hurdles or distraction. It improves your ability to progress despite external pressures or setbacks. Self-discipline, together with attention and patience, serves as the foundation for long-term success. Self-discipline is the capacity to stick to your goals even when you don't get appreciation from others. By choosing not to reveal your actions, you improve your self-control. You rely on your own internal drive and inspiration to keep going rather than seeking praise or encouragement from others. This practice not only increases productivity, but it also develops tenacity and resilience qualities required for overcoming obstacles and attaining long-term success. In today's noisy environment, full of distractions, opinions, and frequent demands for attention, choosing not to reveal what you're doing builds a protective barrier from this noise. It assists you to stay focused and on track with your goals. This clarity enables you to handle life's complications with a critical eye, making you less vulnerable to external influences and more in tune with your inner compass. Self-reliance is essential for staying on track and accomplishing goals. Reflection is another important aspect of personal and professional development. It entails looking inward, evaluating progress, and learning from experiences. When you don't continuously share your work with people, you have more time to reflect. This calm environment allows you to more thoroughly assess your goals, tactics, and outcomes, identifying areas for improvement and strengthening your vision. Commitment to your mission encourages serious contemplation, which drives meaningful growth and increases your creativity. Creativity thrives in an environment free of external demand to justify or explain one's activities. By avoiding the pursuit of external validation, you create an environment conducive to experimentation and innovation. This independence enables you to take risks, experiment with new ideas, and approach challenges from novel angles. It allows you to push the limits of conventional thinking and provide novel, fresh ideas to your profession. Another list of what ifs and if onlys. Instead, make it the year you say, I did it. I gave it my all. Success does not come from large-scale improvements all at once. Rather, it comes from little, consistent acts that build momentum over time. Too frequently, we overlook the importance of tiny steps. We believe that in order to make progress, we must make huge gestures or completely change our lives. But the truth is that greatness is earned by everyday habits and gradual growth. Decide what little changes you can make to better match your activities with your goals. Whether it's devoting 30 minutes a day to learning a new skill, getting regular exercise, or connecting with people who inspire you, these modest changes add up to significant transformation. Fear is typically the most significant impediment to change. Fear of failure, judgment, and the unknown. It's easy to allow your fears keep you stuck. But here's the reality. Fear will always be around, whispering reasons why you shouldn't take the risk. The trick is not to overcome fear, but to act in spite of it. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to face it and move on. In 2025, allow courage to guide you. Say yes to possibilities that both worry and excite you. Say yes to the seemingly impossible dreams, as well as the version of yourself you've been terrified to become. Time is not your adversary, but it is limited. A year may appear to be a long time, but in the big scheme of things, it is a passing instant. However, within a year, entire lives can alter, businesses can be established, relationships can bloom, and personal transformations can occur. The question is not whether a year is enough time to make a difference. It certainly is. Will you make the best use of that time? 2025 represents a call to action. It serves as a reminder that the life you want will not happen by coincidence, but rather by decision. What choices are you going to make this year? Will you favor development over comfort, action over procrastination, and purpose over distraction? These decisions are the foundations of your future. Choose thoughtfully, since everyone counts. Success and growth do not follow a linear progression. Expect trials and setbacks. They are not symptoms of failure. They are evidence that you are trying, stretching, and venturing outside of your comfort zone. Accept these moments as part of the process. When things get rough, remind yourself why you started. Keep your vision at the forefront of your mind and let it serve as an anchor to keep you stable when things become hard. As you enter 2025, surround yourself with people that inspire and motivate you. The company you keep has a huge impact on your thinking and progress. Seek for people who will push you to improve, believe in your abilities, and appreciate your accomplishments. At the same time, keep yourself away from negativity and poison. You do not need to take burdensome connections into the new year. Create space for connections that are consistent with your values and goals. Don't squander another year just going through the motions. Every morning, start your day with focus and purpose. Set exciting goals for yourself and work hard to achieve them. Don't forget to enjoy the journey. Life is more than just getting there. It's about the journey. Celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how minor, and take the time to appreciate the beauty of each day. 2025 is a gift and opportunity to reinvent. Your narrative of chasing your aspirations and living without regrets begins here. Don't let fear, doubt, or procrastination deprive you of that opportunity. Start the new year with confidence, clarity, and boldness. Believe in yourself and your ability to make this year great. And as the months pass, remind yourself that you are capable, resilient, and deserving of the life you want. The process of defining objectives is an important initial step, but it is not the finish. True magic occurs in the pursuit of those goals, the unwavering dedication to growth, and the discipline to keep pushing forward, even when the going gets tough. Many people begin the year with enthusiasm and energy, but as time passes, their impetus diminishes. New Year's resolutions, once full of promise, are frequently abandoned by the time February arrives. Don't let that happen to you this year. Adhere to consistency. Don't let the inertia of comfort hold you back. Every single step, no matter how insignificant it appears, moves you closer to the life you want. One of the keys to keeping momentum is accepting that growth isn't always easy. In fact, most of the time, growth forces us to leave our comfort zones. It's simple to stay in a comfortable and predictable environment, but that's not where advancement happens. If you want to see a change in your life, you must be willing to endure discomfort, challenge yourself, and persevere when it feels simpler to give up. Remember that the most beautiful things in life are frequently the product of hard labor, perseverance, and a willingness to tolerate hardship. Overcoming fear is one of the most essential tasks you will face on your trip. Fear, in all of its manifestations, has the ability to paralyze us and prevent us from achieving our aspirations. But fear is not an enemy. It is a warning that you are on the verge of something significant. Fear develops just when we are going to step outside of our comfort zone and progress. Instead of running away, lean into it. Take the jump anyway. The world's most successful people did not escape fear. Rather, they confronted it. They sensed the fear yet took action anyhow. You can do the same. Don't allow fear stop you from achieving your goals in 2025. Use it for fuel. Every time you act in the face of fear, you gain strength, courage, and resilience. Fear isn't the only thing that can stop us. Procrastination is another silent destroyer of development. It's easy to procrastinate, telling ourselves we'll start tomorrow, next week, or until the time is suitable. The truth, however, is that the right moment never arrives. Waiting for the ideal moment is a trap that will keep you stuck in one place. If you wait for everything to be precisely aligned, you will be waiting indefinitely. The time to act is now. Even if you only take little steps today, it's better than waiting for the right moment, which may never come. To combat procrastination, make specific and attainable goals for yourself. Break them down into small steps and take one at a time. The secret to overcoming procrastination is to focus on taking the initial step rather than the huge task ahead of you. Once you get started, momentum will propel you forward, and when you look back, you'll see that the modest steps you took each day added up to significant progress over time. Remember that you will confront problems throughout 2025. This is unavoidable. Life will put hurdles in your path, and you will experience setbacks. However, how you respond to problems is what defines you, not the trials themselves. Obstacles can either halt you or serve as stepping stones to greater achievement. Every failure is an opportunity to strengthen your resilience, put your tenacity to the test, and fine-tune your strategy. The path to success is rarely straightforward. It is full of twists, turns, and bumps along the route. Accept the road and believe that each difficulty is preparing you for something greater. As the new year approaches, there is a mixture of enthusiasm and fear. The turn of a calendar is a potent reminder of the passage of time, a gift we all have, but frequently take for granted. 1 year, 365 days each, won a new chance to get closer to the life you want. Days totaled 8,760 hours. How many of those hours did you use to their full potential over the last year? How many of those experiences were actually your own, shaped by meaning and purpose? The reality is that for far too many of us, time passes unnoticed, lost in the routines of daily life and the comforts of procrastination. But here's some good news. This year could be different. Time is an unrelenting force. It does not halt, slow down, or rewind for anyone. It's easy to overlook this as we go about our lives, convincing ourselves that tomorrow will come. But tomorrow turns into next week, next month, and before we know it, another year has passed, leaving us wondering where the time has gone. If you've ever reflected on a year with regret, thinking about the objectives you didn't attain or aspirations you didn't pursue, you're not alone. But the question is, will you let another year pass in the same manner? This isn't about beating yourself up over the past, it's about acknowledging your ability to change the future. The following year is like a blank canvas, and you are the artist. Every choice, action, and situation presents an opportunity to create something amazing. Don't let fear, doubt, or distractions prevent you from taking full advantage of this gift. Why are so many of us wasting our lives? The reasons differ. Some people are afraid of failure. We are hesitant to take the risk because we are concerned about what will happen if we fail. For others, it is comfort. We stick with what we know, even if it isn't gratifying, since the prospect of change is daunting. Then there's procrastination, the subtle thief of time who convinces us we can always start later. But here's the truth. Later isn't certain. Consider this. If you only had 1 year to live, how would you spend it? Will you pursue your dreams with zeal, mend shattered relationships, or finally take the first move toward achieving a long-held ambition? Would you let minor distractions and concerns control your actions? Or would you live boldly, knowing that every minute is valuable? This mindset, the knowledge that time is valuable, is critical to ensuring that you do not waste another year. First, determine what is most important to you. What dreams have you been holding on to? What are the goals you've been postponing? What changes have you been too terrified to make? Write them down, make them real, and then take action. Not tomorrow or next week, but today. It does not have to be a large step, just one tiny, thoughtful action that brings you closer to your goal. As you begin the new year, remember that progress is preferable to perfection. Too frequently, we let the fear of failing to accomplish something properly prevent us from doing it at all. But success isn't about perfection. It's about perseverance. It's about turning up every day, even when it's difficult or when you don't feel like it, and doing the job. There will be setbacks. That is unavoidable. However, setbacks are not failures. They are opportunities to learn, grow, and emerge stronger. Every great success story has times of doubt and difficulties. What distinguishes successful people is their resilience. They do not give up when things get difficult. They adapt, persist, and continue to go forward. Another factor in making the most of this year is the company you keep. Surround yourself with individuals who will motivate, challenge, and support you in your ambitions. Let go of people and situations that sap your energy or make you feel tiny. You deserve to be among people that support and inspire you to be your best self. Don't forget to celebrate your journey. Life is more than just reaching goals. It's about enjoying the journey, accepting the highs and lows, and finding joy in the little things. Gratitude is a tremendous motivation. The more you appreciate what you have, the more determined you will be to live a life worth celebrating. As you look forward to the new year, pledge yourself that you will not squander another year living in fear, settling for less, or waiting for the perfect time. The right time is now, the ideal place is here, and you are the right person to make it happen. When you reflect on this moment, let it be with pride, not regret. Let this be the year you prioritize courage over comfort, action over excuses, and purpose over delay. Let this be your year. As the new year approaches, remember to live fully. It's natural to think about where we've been and where we're heading. For many, this reflection brings the sad realization that another year has passed without us realizing the ambitions and goals we have set for ourselves. Perhaps you too felt time passing through your fingers, leaving behind a path of what ifs and could have been. But let me ask you this. What if this year was different? What if, instead of letting another year slip away, you seize it and make it into a time of transformation, growth, and achievement? Time is the most valuable resource we possess. Unlike money or belongings, we cannot acquire more of it. It is never coming back. However, many of us use time as if it were unlimited, postponing our goals and deferring our ambitions for an uncertain future. We tell ourselves, I'll start next week, or I'll focus on it after things settle down. But weeks pass into months, and months grow into years, until one day we wake up and realize that the future we hoped for has passed us by. This speech is not about regret, but about hope. It's about realizing that no matter where you are right now, the future remains unwritten. The calendar ahead of you is a blank slate, and you have the pen. The question is, how will you decide to write your story in the coming year? Will it be a story of excuses and squandered opportunities, or a story of bravery, perseverance, and change? An attitude adjustment is essential for getting the most of the new year. We spend much too much time focusing on what we lack or believe we are incapable of accomplishing. We let fear of failure or others' opinions hold us back. However, the truth is that only you have the ability to establish the limits of your potential. Imagine what you could do if you fully believed in yourself and stopped allowing doubt and fear to control your actions. The options are limitless. As we approach the new year, it's time to establish clear, meaningful goals. But goals aren't enough. They must be combined with an action plan and a willingness to follow through. Success does not happen by chance. It is the consequence of constant effort, discipline, and a willingness to venture outside of your comfort zone. Make precise resolutions this year instead of broad ones. Break down your goals into small chunks and set aside time each day to work on them. However, the path will not always be easy. There will be hurdles, failures, and moments when you want to give up. Remember, every great accomplishment began as a seemingly impossible dream. The people you admire, whether they're athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, or leaders, all encounter challenges. And what distinguishes them is their determination to give up. They persevered in the face of adversity, remained focused when distractions appeared, and believed in their vision despite opposition. This year, you have an opportunity to do the same. You do not need to wait for ideal conditions or permission from anyone else. Begin where you are, with what you have. Take the first step today, no matter how tiny it may appear. The goal is to make progress rather than achieve perfection. With each stride, you'll gain momentum and confidence, demonstrating to yourself that you're capable of far more than you ever imagined. As you progress, remember to surround yourself with positivity. The people you spend time with, the stuff you consume, and the ideas you entertain all have an impact on your attitude and energy level. Choose wisely. Seek out people and circumstances that elevate and encourage you, and let rid of anything that saps your energy or keeps you back. You deserve to be supported and encouraged along your journey. The new year is a gift and opportunity to reset, refocus, and rewrite the tale of your life. Do not let it slip away. Decide today that you will not spend another year living below your potential. Commit to making 2018 the year you claim your power, chase your aspirations, and live a life you'll be proud of. It's not about being perfect or having it all figured out. It's about taking action, learning from your mistakes, and getting closer to the person you were destined to become. What do you want to see 1 year from now when you reflect on this moment? Will you be celebrating your accomplishments and the obstacles you've overcome? Or will you wish you'd begun sooner? The choice is yours. It is now. Do not waste another year. Your future self relies on you. Time is the one resource that we all share equally. Whether you are affluent or poor, young or elderly, we all receive the same 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. However, what distinguishes individuals who achieve their goals from those who feel stuck is not chance, talent, or opportunity, but how they choose to spend their time. Every passing moment is one you'll never get back, but many of us live as if we have a limitless supply. The truth is that our time is finite, and how we spend it matters greatly. As we approach the new year, it's time to reflect on what we'll do differently this year. How can I assure that I don't waste another year? Wasting a year doesn't automatically imply doing nothing. It might also mean filling your days with hectic work that isn't in line with your genuine aims. Other times, it's allowing fear or doubt to immobilize you into inactivity. You may have aspirations that you were too afraid to pursue, or objectives that you have put off for another day. But here's the harsh reality. Someday isn't real. It is an illusion we make to rationalize remaining in our comfort zones. The only time you really have is now. This year, you must decide to break the pattern of procrastination and excuses. The life you desire will not happen by chance, but by choosing. Consider the power of 1 year. It may appear insignificant in the larger scheme of things. Yet 1 year can change everything. Imagine where you could be in 12 months if you dedicated to pursuing your aspirations every day. Consider the health you could reach if you continuously cared for your body. Imagine the relationships you could foster if you prioritize the individuals who matter the most. Consider the talents you could master if you dedicated just an hour per day to learning and development. A year of devoted effort can change your life in ways you cannot imagine right now. Despite this great potential, many of us let the years pass us by without noticing. Why? One explanation is the perception that we require ideal surroundings to begin. We tell ourselves we'll start when we have more time, money, and confidence. But waiting for ideal circumstances is the surest way to waste your life. There will never be a perfect time to begin, but the appropriate time is always now. The individuals you respect, the ones who have accomplished great things, did not wait for perfection. They began where they were, with what they had, and worked it out along the way. The coming year will definitely have its share of ups and downs. There will be periods of doubt, difficulty, and possibly even failure. However, there will also be times of victory, discovery, and development. What matters most is how you respond to each of these situations. Will you let them define you, or will you use them to create the life you desire? The choice is yours. The power is in your hands. Don't wait another year for the appropriate moment, the ideal chance, or someone else's approval. The right time is now. The ideal opportunity is the one you create, and the only approval required is your own. Let us live boldly in 2025. Let us dream fearlessly. Let's take tiny steps every day to get closer to the life we want. This year, we will stop making excuses, start taking risks, and embrace our great potential. Let us remember 2025 with pride rather than regret 1 year from today. Let this be the year we can say, I gave it my all. Let this be the year we demonstrate to ourselves that we are capable of remarkable feats. One of the most significant decisions you can make is to accept complete responsibility for how you spend your time. Time is your most valuable resource, but it is frequently squandered on distractions, excuses, and activities that do not correspond with your objectives. Focus your time and energy on these tasks, and don't be afraid to say no to the rest. Every yes you give to something that does not suit your goals equals a no to something that does. Simultaneously, remember that relaxation is not a waste of time. It's a critical component of productivity and well-being. The goal is not to be busy, but to be effective. Find a balance that allows you to achieve your goals while also caring for yourself. It frequently asks you to confront your anxieties, question your beliefs, and venture into the unknown. Growth makes us stronger, wiser, and more capable. Consider the caterpillar's transformation into a butterfly. It is a process of change, shedding the old to make space for the new. What are you willing to let go of in 2025 to create way for the life you want as you progress? Progress isn't always immediate. The fruits of your labor may not always be seen right away. This might be irritating, especially if you're putting in effort but not getting instant results. However, persistence pays off. Trust in the process. Don't be disheartened by the sluggish days when it seems like nothing is happening. Keep going. Small actions accumulate over time. Your current efforts will pay off in the long run. Trust that every step you take will move you closer to your objective, even if you can't see the outcomes. What vision do you have for your future self? Keep that vision near and let it guide you throughout the year. Set clear intentions and then commit to taking action. Don't just think about the future, build it. The truth is that the only way to waste a year is by not living it fully. You have the ability to control your fate and create the life you want. The clock is ticking, but rather than feeling pressed by time, utilize it as a reminder of how valuable each moment is. Time is a gift, and each day brings you closer to your goals. Final thoughts and motivation. Make a promise to yourself. This will not be another year of wasted potential. This will be the year that you take action. This will be the year you overcome your fears. This is the year you will live completely, genuinely, and unapologetically. The future awaits you. It's time to stop waiting for the perfect moment. There is no such thing as a perfect time. All we have is now. Do not waste another year. Take advantage of this opportunity. You can have the life you've always wanted. The only thing standing between you and that life is your willingness to take the first step. So take that step now, and every day after that, do not waste another year. Make 2025 the year you commit to living with purpose, passion, and power. The best has yet to come.